Right, we can start this stream, I guess, 1 minute or 1 minute early. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, so it's been a week since I did my, or 2 weeks since I did my last stream. I wasn't able to make last Sunday, unfortunately. A few things popped up. Unfortunately, my wife kind of ended up in hospital, so there was a little bit with the kid and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't really going to happen. But yes, she's doing well. She's back home, so we're good on that side. She's recovering, which is the main thing, and I'm back here to unbox the big boxes that I teased you with, and then didn't do anything with. So let's jump into today. So hopefully it's going to be a bit of a busy one, and yeah, it's going to be a good one. Hopefully, I will caveat from the start: everything that you're going to see today is already available in the store, so you're not going to see anything new, unfortunately. But yeah, nonetheless, there's a few different things. There's a few products, a few accessories. So hopefully we can throw some questions in if you have anything, and we can have a look at what each of them are. I actually have a couple of boxes behind me at the moment, which we will talk about in a few moments, but that is the AI PTZ and the PTZ Precision. So that's one of them that turned up. Before we do, let's do the, I guess, kind of the standard stuff that I generally go through. Let's have a quick look and find my YouTube channel. I don't think, has anything been released since I did the last one? I can't remember. I don't think, yeah, I don't think anything has been released actually. So come on, Ubiquiti, it's time to get on with it and release some new products. Actually, before we do that, let's go through. Let's say some good afternoons and good evenings. Hey, Frederick. Good afternoon from Central Texas. How you doing? Yep, she is definitely back and well. So thanks for asking. Just delete this because we don't need that. Hey, got wide. How you doing? Good afternoon. Z Guy, good afternoon. Good morning from Malaysia. Interesting. Don't think I've had anybody from Malaysia before. What time is it over there? Let's have a look. If I can spell it, that would be a start. 3 a.m. Wow. So thank you for tuning in at this time. I'm sure you'd probably rather be asleep, but actually no. Actually, you wanna see the Ubiquiti stuff that's going to be shown today, hopefully. Hey Mark, how you doing? Good afternoon or good evening. You're in the UK. Glad to see you back. Hope everything is better. Yes, we are. We are better. Definitely, that's for sure. We're moving more into, I guess a routine would be the right word. Good afternoon from Chirac, USA. Okay. Who else have we got? So very glad to hear that. I'm sure the kids are very yeah, definitely. They were definitely missing missing her a lot. 3 a.m. and yeah, that's for sure. So let's have a quick look. So there is 20 plus of you already, and we only have 3 likes. So yeah, you know what you need to do. Hit that like button, and hopefully a little bit later. I'm not going to do it yet, but I'm hoping we can. Well, that's the leaderboard. Get the leaderboard up. I forgot to do the stream credits last week, so we'll definitely pull those out, and hopefully we have the poll from last week as well. So hopefully we'll do some work on the polls as well. Hopefully. Let's have a quick look here. Just firmware released, as far as I can remember. The last hardware released, that was the UNVR instant. Yeah, that is correct, I think. And I think I showed you last time, but a lot of the stuff is off to the side of me, so I'm definitely going to be going back and forth between. So I have the UNVR instant kit. I did do a video on the UNVR instant, and I wanted to do a bit more of a deeper dive into the UNVR instant itself, because from that video, I think we only had a day or 2 days to get it done and tested and get a video out for release. So we wanted to make sure we had something where it was just a quick overview, quick look, and we obviously want to put it a bit more through its paces and see what it can and can't do. So definitely something I'm probably going to do a bit more of a deeper dive on that. So just need to find some time. And yeah, there's probably going to be 2 boxes that I have down here. I'm not going to lift them up, or maybe I might, who knows. Move some cables out the way. So there's a few things down here. We'll go through them in a few moments. Good evening, Vasil. Traveling anywhere this week, or are you staying in the UK? Yep, and as Frederick said, definitely hit that like button. So let's see what we can do. And that's the way we've climbed from 3 to 12 likes. So that's always a good thing. In terms of videos, what have I released? Let's have a quick look. So 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So I didn't get the UNAS 2 or the Pro 8, so I'm definitely, once I get my hands, I'm hoping to get my hands on the UNAS 4, or even the Pro 4, depending on which one they do decide to send me, or hopefully both. So I'll definitely be doing a video on that. Alarm profiles. So if anybody wanted, I think Vasil, you were asking a little while ago about the alarm profiles, if I remember correctly. So I took your idea, ran with that one. I've done a video on that. So it's a bit basic in terms of the functionality at the moment, but you can do some stuff with it. It is there. The functionality is there. It's obviously going to get a bit better with time as more releases come out and more Superlink products come around. So hopefully we're going to see a little bit more on that. And let's get rid of some spam because we don't need that. And then I decided to do myself a NVR 2025 buyer's guide. So there's always questions about what NVR do I buy, what do I need it for, what's the capacity, what's the limitations. So I did a quick video on some of that, and yeah, we ran through all the different options out there, and that kind of includes the cloud gateways as well, because they are another option for you to be able to run Unify Protect. And I just realized you can see my screen. There you go. Now you can see me, hopefully. Anyway, where did we? Yeah. So those are the two videos that have been released this week. I am hoping. I did kind of fall a little. I got ahead and then I fell behind again. So I'm hoping to get some more videos into the memberships and stuff like that. I know some people mentioned last time that there was some videos in for members only, and there is, if you are wanting to support the channel, there's a few different tiers. You can go and check those out. So I'm going to try and post more in members only, hopefully going forward. So if you do want to be a part of the channel, you can go and check those out too. And I think that is the sales pitch done for now. But yeah, I think we can jump back this way. Let's have a quick look here. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Probably next weekend. Nice. We're getting closer. I know a lot of people, I don't know how many people in the chat here are going to be going, but we're getting closer and closer to UWC Miami. So I'm looking forward to that one. I think we're down to just over 3 weeks, just over 4 weeks left. So that's getting closer and closer. Good evening, John. How you doing? And I did finally send you a diagram. I think I've already did. Actually, have I disconnected it? I don't know. Oh, anyway, I can't show you anyway, even if I wanted to. But I think I did disconnect. Oh no, it's still there. Excuse me. No, it's still there. The WAN switch, I need to disconnect that, I think, because I'm not using it at this point. I saw Jake did a UMVR incident. He thought the cameras in the kit might have an Ethernet plug in them. He tried to yeah, I did see that video. So it's cool to see Jake's branching out, and he's obviously left LTT from what he was doing previously. But I mean, he's got a good camera presence. He's definitely going to smash it out there, and he's got all the, I guess, the 10+ years he's worked on one of the biggest YouTube channels out there, or tech YouTube channels out there. So yeah, he's definitely going to take that, run with it, and it's going to be good to see where he goes. A video on how to set up Tailscale and how to remote into your NAS. Okay, I will take that one on board. I'm not sure I will get to that one at any point soon, but I will take that idea and I will run with it at some point. I know you'll know when these videos kind of come out, because not content's drying up, but it's just needing the time. Oh, just needing the time to actually get it set up and get it working, and obviously be able to make it look a little bit more presentable when displaying in a video, basically. Hello, Nath. How you doing? Good evening, all from Lisbon. Hey, JP Gomes. I'm probably gonna completely butcher your name by saying that, but I'm assuming that's how it's said. Yeah, this definitely isn't ideal for the scheduling, but yeah, we live and we learn. Well, not live and we learn. We go with it, and yeah, we keep going once we get back. Hello, do you have any informations about updates site-to-site VPN on self-hosting? Update. Do you have anything about the update site-to-site VPN on the self-hosting? Are you talking about Unify OS server? If that is the case, that's on my video to-do list, and SiteMagic was one of them, and site-to-site VPNs between multiple sites. That is on my to-do list, but I haven't quite got to there yet. Yeah, I mean, I did go to my first UWC in London, which was really cool, but this one's obviously going to be in the States, and I think this is, I wouldn't want to say this is the flagship one, but I think this is going to be the biggest one out of all of them that generally happen throughout the world. So definitely wanting to get onto that one and see what happens there. Does anybody know what brand micro SD card Ubiquiti is selling? I don't think. Yeah, I can't say I've ordered one, but I don't. Yeah, again, I guess it's a general question to anybody. If anybody signed up to them, I don't know. Anybody signed up for the Unify webinar? We'll actually, you know what? Let's go over those now quickly. I was going to go over those a little bit later, but let's jump into them now. So events.ui.com is the place you want to be. So if we go to the computer and we scroll down, so these are the two events coming. There is in a few days, there's the World Conference, the UWC, happening in Sydney. So if anybody is, I don't even know, I mean, what time is it in Sydney now? I'm sure it's a crazy time. 6 a.m. So I don't think anybody's really going to be on this live stream from Sydney. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see what comes about from this. If anything does get leaked online, which generally it does, but who knows? Maybe it might not. But yeah, generally these events are meant to be kept in house, to say the least. And then we have the one on the 4th. So UWC Miami, that's on the 4th of November, so not far away. And then we have the virtual events. So Unify for Enterprise, I haven't signed up for either of these yet. 10 a.m. CST, was that Central Standard Time, which is 6 hours for me. Is it 6? 6 hours for me. 4 p.m. Okay, maybe that might be doable, possibly. So I might have a look at those. So there's the Enterprise, Unify for Enterprise. That's on the 14th. So that's in 10 days, less than that, 9 days. And then getting started with Unify. This one, yeah, I don't know what they'll actually say on this. So yeah, who knows? Anyway, I digress. So where were we? Let's go back. So let's have a look here before we start jumping into stuff. Do you feel Unify is releasing too much too fast and now just way too many products? I don't think so. I don't think they're releasing too much too fast. I don't think they can keep up with what people are asking for. There's quite a bit there's a few gaps that I think that need to be filled. There's a few products that have been promised that are coming. So yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say they're releasing too fast. I mean, if you go back to maybe December, January last year, it was literally product after product after product after product. I remember just taking the parcels in one by one. And that's when I actually had a back injury and I was just taking them in and I'm like, I need to review these, but I couldn't do it at that point. and then they obviously released the gateways, and then there was so it was a really busy period, and there's a few still yet to come. If you look at their website, I mean, there's a few cameras still yet to come. There's the Superlink stuff. There's the Pro AV stuff that they showed at Cydia earlier a few weeks back. So I'm hoping that the Pro AV stuff's going to turn up this side of the year, but I don't think there's anything on the website just yet about it. So in some cases, I can see where you might say that. I mean, looking at their Switch lineup, for example, and that's another video I want to get into, which is obviously just breaking down the different types of switches you can buy. So there's, what is there, 47 different types of switches you can buy at the moment. Obviously, some of them are slightly overlapped and stuff, but yeah, it's there's quite a lot out there. I will apologize. I have literally just eaten dinner before I've got on my live stream. So yeah, it's I apologize for that. I do have my water next to me though. Scheduled for both webinars. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm from hey, hello Dale. Thank you for joining us at 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, that's definitely. Hopefully, you want to see what Ubiquiti are bringing about, and I am going to get to it. Just a few more comments, and I'm gonna start opening up what we've got. So I'm in the CST time zone. It's 2:13, so it is 6 hours. So 10 a.m. will be 4 p.m. my time. Good stuff. There's people that are already there. The only one I've missed was the one on the Superlink. That was the one I really wanted to see. Yeah, that's always the case. The one that you really want to see, you always end up missing. I think I might have signed up for all of them so far, and I think I've missed all of them. So, but yeah. Anyway, do you have a word for the 5G backup? Unfortunately, I don't. For the 5G backup, even if I did, unfortunately I couldn't tell you to start with, but back when I spoke to someone at the UWC, they did say it was coming towards the end of the year, possibly. So maybe a few more months, possibly. But I don't have anything on the 5G backup yet, so sorry. Hey TJ, how you doing? Good evening. Unbox the UPS. I wish I could at this point, but unfortunately I can't do it at this point. It might be just a bit of air that I could unbox for you, hopefully. But I'll unbox some other stuff, don't worry. JP is fine. Okay, cool. We'll go with JP. And as Frederick said, it's time to unbox. So I did show you one box already, which I haven't actually unboxed. These two, I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to unbox them because the boxes are massive. If I actually, I'm going to bring one across. I mean, just the sheer size of this. I mean, it gives you a rough idea in terms of the height of desk that I have, or how much. Like my camera is literally like I can reach you. So that's how much distance I don't, and it's quite dark when I cover my face. So that's just the AI-PTZ. There's the AI-PTZ Precision as well, which is even bigger, and I can't even show you how much bigger it is. But it would probably, the box would probably come, a little bit higher. So I don't think this is going to be feasible to be unboxed on a desk. Maybe that one has to be an install for an unboxing of that one. Should I do this one first? Let's do this section. Let's start with a few accessories just to let's ease ourselves in, shall we? So I made a request for some accessories because one, I wanted to see how good they are, and two, I wanted to get my hands on them to see what they were actually like. So I will say that these were all sent to me, so big thank you to Ubiquiti to sending these out to me. So appreciate that as always. So if we have a quick look here, so this is what have we got here? So I don't know. Can I bring that a little bit closer? There you go. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. So that is a Cat 6. I'm trying to read this off the screen. This is a Cat 6A outdoor coupler. So that's what that is. If we open this up, and this is where my room is going to be an absolute mess tomorrow. And I am hoping to actually record maybe some videos tomorrow, so I'll have to tidy up at some point. But that's the Cat 6 outdoor A coupler, and I guess it's just basically a pass through. But that's the main little thing right there. I realise if I zoom in a little bit closer, maybe that might be a bit better for you. Let me know if that camera angle is a bit better. But yeah, that's the Cat 6A coupler, and it has all the, I guess generally what you see, excuse me, on the cameras themselves. So we have this part, and then we have this part, and then we have the different sizes in terms of depending on what cable it is. So the Cat 6A coupler, I should really bring this stuff up as I am doing it. So this is the Cat 6A coupler. There you go. So 20 euros. Let me just change this to the US store. Anyway, so $19 this is. So the Cat 6A outdoor coupler. And you're probably thinking after all of that, what an anticlimax. But like I said, I'll start small anyway. Let's go. Let's have a quick look. Is there anything? Got any comments? Put it on my driveway. Okay. Oh, you're on about the cameras. Okay, fine. All right. Hello. How's it going? I just hit the follow button. Okay, thank you. Very much appreciated. Man just flexing 4K worth of cameras. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these are quite expensive, I won't lie. And yeah, I'm very fortunate. I think I've said it a few times. I'm very fortunate that I get this stuff sent to me for free. So I will very much be happy. Oh, I am very much happy that I do get sent this. I know it shows the size in millimeter, but it also shows the type of cable, like Cat 5. Let's have a look. I don't know. Let's have a look, does it? And obviously, if I'm going too slow for anybody, please feel free to let me know, and I'll try and speed up however long this is taking. I can't see, it doesn't really mention anything about that. So, I mean, if we have a look there, it says 3.3 to 4.5. Then there is, I'm sure you don't want to see my data keyboard, so let's move that out of the way. Then we have 4.5 to 5.5. So it doesn't really say what category cable. I think even with the category of cables, it just depends on the type of cable it is. So it's just the millimeter sizes on here that it shows, because you can get a thicker Cat 5 cable as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be one for a specific size. We have the outdoor connectors. So this is, if I go back, if I go back to the right scene, which is the right scene? I want this scene. This is the scene I want. If we go back to accessories, I feel like I'm making a right hash of this. I don't really do unboxings live generally. This is the easy cable. So this thing right here was quite interesting actually, because I think this has been, if I look at the installation instructions, if I can find it. Oh, they don't have it. There it is, installation guide. I think this has been shown. No, they haven't shown it. But basically, you know, when you have the cameras and you have the inserts, and sometimes, like the G6 PTZ, for example, I do have it here, but I'm not going to unbox it to show you. But there's a cable that goes in over the top, and I realize I'm showing you really slow, like really in a small screen. So when the G6 PTZ camera is sat there, there's a cable that comes from the back up and over. And what this is designed to do is, if you don't have that and flex on the cable, you can use something like this to, I guess, extend the Cat 6 cable. Or this obviously supports up to Cat 6A in terms of the type of cable it will support. But yeah, I mean, that's again, similar sort of thing. It looks exactly, and it's quite rugged, this is actually. So it's, I would imagine this is what the outdoor cables are supposed to look like. So it's actually got a slightly thicker cable. There is a flex on it, as you would expect there to be, but there's a little bit less of a flex. And this is obviously slightly thicker and a little bit more durable by the looks of it. So yeah, they're always handy to have. They used to have I'm sure they used to have an installation instructions. I'm sure they used to have installation instructions which showed using it on a camera. But yeah, I guess it can be used for anything really. So, or if you just want the nice unified cable finish and you want to put this inside your wall, this side, and then just have the nice network cables popping out. And for anybody that wants to confirm the outdoor cables are thick and bendy, they are definitely thicker than the normal cables. This is a normal patch cable. This isn't the premium one. I'm going to break something here. All right, 1 second. All right, there we go. Sorry. Right, so it's definitely a little bit thicker. So that's a normal patch cable that you can buy. You can see how bendy that is. You can see how bendy that is. It's quite, this one's not as, it bends, but it's not as bendy as the other one. And you can see there is slightly a difference in the thickness between the cable. And even the boot itself, you can see it's slightly thicker. So yeah, anyway, I won't dwell too much time on these accessories. I will try and not power through them, but yeah. Oh, wrong way. Let's go back to this way so you can see me. And again, just like the others, you can see you have the cable, all the rubber grommets in here, and then you have the waterproof shield on there. And then I'll come back to this one, but this is again, you're probably thinking, why did I get these accessories? But it's always cool to see these. These are Cat 6A couplers. Again, these are just the indoor ones. So if we have a look at, let's go back to this screen. These are the indoor ones. So, and they look quite nice too. So, that one. So these are actually shiny, and they say they have a nice UI.com on them. Hopefully you can see that right there. So it has a nice UI.com. So looking at the image, I mean, if you go to that image, they definitely look matte in terms of the finish. But this is obviously, it's definitely not stainless steel, but it's a little bit more shiny. They're very lightweight. I don't think I wouldn't say they're not durable, but they feel light in terms of what they are. They're not designed. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they're. If you stood on this, I think it probably might break. I know it's not designed to be stood on, but yeah, for $29, I'm not overly convinced. But anyway, they do look nice, so I won't deny on that. They do look nice. So, and obviously they say UI.com, which gives you an extra 10% speed. I'm only joking. That's not the case. Just because it says UI.com doesn't give you a 10% boost. I feel like we've run out already. No, I'm joking. So Pro Port Audio, and this is in black. So this is something that I need to test. This is something you can use if your speakers have an preamp built inside and you don't need the power, then you can use something like this, and it's quite light, very much. I would say obviously the first thing I thought when I saw one of these was Apple TV, but it's not quite an Apple TV. It's a little bit bigger, I would say, than an Apple TV. But on the back, if we have a little look, don't know if yeah, that's still a good angle. Is that too dark? I don't know. Is that image too dark, or does it look okay? But anyway, So we have an optical in and out, we have the eARC, we have an audio in and out via USB, we have PoE in, which is really good. So you can definitely get this powered via PoE. And then you have the left and right RCA connections. RCA, I think that's the right word. Pretty sure it is. I'm not a big audio guy, so yeah, it's something I will be testing though, and maybe I'll do a side by side with the power amp. So it's going to be interesting. They're making obviously a lot of strides in the audio space, so it's going to be very interesting to see how much more they release in this area. I'm just checking you can still hear me. Yeah, I'm just making sure my audio bars are going up. And you're probably wondering why I'm taking the time to pack these back up again. And that's because I like to generally unbox them in my videos. So I just want to make sure they're a little bit more neatly packed. But who knows, if you see videos on these and there's no unboxing on them, then you know I've already unboxed it on this live stream. So anyway, I'll come back to it. Otherwise I can spend hours doing this. What else is in this box? Actually, I didn't go out through anything else. There's a plug in here, which is a European plug, which this has come from the EU store. Well, that's not very Ubiquiti-like. Oh no, it's just a little twist. So that was just twisted on the end, like so. Let me show you. That was just twisted a little bit extra on the end just there, but normally I would have expected that to wrap all the way down like they normally do, but yeah. Anyway, a bit of QA for you there. So that's the Pro Audio port. So let's take a quick look at that on the website. What do we have? What do we have? Pro Audio integrations. Power amp. Nope. Pro Audio port. So this is $199. Comes in two different colors, black and white. This is the black version, which actually looks quite nice. I do like the black version. It looks quite nice. And it obviously works in tandem between them. So it obviously works in tandem. So if you had a power amp and you had this, you could use that, I assume, with multiple audio zones if that's what you wanted to do. But again, that's something for another video or something we can cover in the video. So it's just the millimeter size. Yes, it is. But you need unified cables, not unified cables with big boots. Yeah, probably. Can you confirm the outdoor cables are thick, bendy boys? Yeah, you can bend them. So I just showed you that one on there. Let's see if we can get the like count up. So there's 39 of you. Okay, cool. So there's nearly 40 of you and 20 likes. So if you want to hit that like button, feel free to do that. It looks like an Eve play. I think this came out. I think a lot of people said this when this first came out, that it looked like an Eve play. But I've never actually played with one or seen one. But yeah, I can see the similarities there. I hate the way all the new boxes cannot close after you pull the seal. Yeah, it's slightly frustrating that you have to just leave it open. But yeah, oops. We move on. So there's this bad boy, which is so this got announced at the, I feel like I'm hidden now. This got announced at the UWC. It was, I think it was well received in terms of what it was, but this is the Flex Pro. So if I can find this one, Utility Flex Pro is what this is called. So accessories. Seeing if I can find it. Oh, I can't find it. Utility. Why can I not find it? Power PoE, rack mount. It's definitely not in there. What is it in? Security cameras. The screens are so big. I'm zoomed in so much. You know what? It's just going to be easier for me to search. Maybe just move this out of the way. Utility, there it is. Just need to type in 4 characters and it shows up. So that is this is the new one. So this is the new one. So it's in the switches. So this is designed to house these kind of switches. So the Flex 2.5, G5, 8, the PoE version, the USW Flex, the USW Ultra. So it gives you the outdoor IP. What IP rating is this? IPX6 rating in terms of its weather enclosure. And the really good thing is the way they've designed it. So this has actually got 2 layers in it, from what I can see here. One will have the big power pack that you normally get with those, that you can get with those switches, and then the other one is to house the Flex on the front. So that's quite cool. And in terms of, it shows you all the different ways you can mount it and the cabling, etc., etc. So let's have a quick open of this one. Oh, comes in a big box. All right, let me take this out. There is a bunch of pole mounts and everything that you get otherwise, but I'm not going to pull those out. And I'm going to release that a bit more back so you can see a little bit more. So these are the 2 shelves. It'd be interesting to see actually how these mount and how you would screw the switches on. Do you use the DIN rails? I'm assuming it doesn't actually show you, does it, on the images? It just shows that they're stuck to them, but it doesn't show you actually how. So I wonder if you have to use the DIN rails or if you have to use something else. So yeah, this is quite cool. There we go. And in terms of opening it up, there's a little hook on the side just there. So, and there is a screw on there for anybody that wants to see. So there is a screw, so you can actually screw it closed. And at the bottom, you've got all the individual holes that you can go through, or if you want to use these, you can use these. What else do we have? I don't know what else I can tell you on this. You can tell I don't really unbox these kind of accessories in videos. But yeah, I mean, you've got the rubber seal on this side. You can see that round there. These are actually rubber, so these probably come out quite easily. Or you can probably knock these out quite easily if you need to use the cable. Then you have the 2 screw points for these. So you have one, which is the top one, this one. I've done it the wrong way around. And then you have this one, which is at the bottom where you can put the actual power pack in. So that's quite cool. Yeah, but there doesn't seem to be anything on how you attach your switch to this. So I can tell you, it's not going to fit the Pro XG8 in, that's for sure, because that's right next to me here. So that's definitely not going to fit in. But yeah, that one is interesting. So I'll have to have a little play around with this one, because I probably am going to get this one mounted. It's either this or I'm going to put the junction utility box in, because I have some access stuff that I want to house. But I might actually end up using this one. So yeah, maybe there will be a video coming on this very soon. I just want to see. Or maybe you just use the wall mount actually. I'll have to pull one of those switches out and have a look. Let's have a look. Any ideas if it fits on the same mount as the old utility box? I'm gonna probably say no. Flex utility, technical, no, overview. Well, actually, I say that. If I show you this, so this is the mount that it uses. I do. I want to say I have one of these somewhere in my ether of boxes. I want to say I have one of these somewhere, and if I can find it, I will have a look to see if it is the same one. But it doesn't actually say. Adapter, here we go. Adapter 118 63 34. Someone want to remember that one? 118 63 34. Oh, 118 63 34, and it doesn't tell me on this one. Bloody brilliant. Well, I'm going to have to check that out manually then, I guess, as it doesn't tell me right here. So unless anybody knows the dimensions of it, I don't have a measuring tape very close by. Otherwise, I would have been able to measure it for you. So let's pop this one away for the time being. We don't want to get the nice white box dirty. So why do I feel like I'm going to spend half of my time tomorrow just putting all this stuff away? It's always fun doing the unboxing, but nobody sees the aftermath of the mess that you have to deal with. But I guess first world, or I wouldn't even say first world problems. I'd say content creator problems, right? So right, let's put these away. Let's see, how did these come? Did they come like this? There we go, we got there in the end. Now, let's take a look at, let's see, what else do we have? I just realized. If I'm ever on a screen that doesn't look right, let me know. Any chance of an update of the standard Switch lineup? Like to see all the 24 ports across the front for SF please would be nice. So I've not seen anything about any Switch updates coming. I think the only one that I know of that is supposed to be coming, and that's if they release it. When they did the video of the Pro HD, they had a 24 port version, and there's supposed to be a 48 port version coming as well. And the ECS stackable switches. They're the only two switches that I know of that are coming. I mean, when I go to the UWC, if I have the chance to ask the questions, I will be starting to ask in the next week or two. If you've got any questions to ask at the UWC, I will be taking them with me. And if I'm able to ask them, I will definitely get them asked. Don't need any more flex. Got to say that'll be handy for the garden. Yeah, it's going to be quite useful, actually. I know I have a point where I think I might put one. But yeah, this is definitely going to be quite handy. They do look very similar in terms of the adapters. So hopefully, I know sometimes they've used new adapters, but hopefully they have used the same adapter, which will be quite useful to swap out these cases. New UDM Pro maybe. So you're probably not the only one hoping for a refresh of the UDM Pros. So that's the Pro, the SE, and the Max. Maybe we'll see the UDM Air come out this time or something along those lines. Sorry, that was a bad joke. A very bad joke. But anyway, yeah, I think a lot of people want to see a lot of people want to see the update on this line, me included, because obviously the ports on the front are a gig, and I think 2.5 gig is the new standard. They have to be careful in terms of what they do in terms of throughput, because they have the EFG, which is the big 25 gig gateway, which has 12.5 gig throughput. So yeah, they have to be a bit careful actually as to how much power they give to these devices, to obviously not make it more powerful, more favorable to than the EFG, I guess. Is Unify getting out the Wi-Fi doorbell business? I don't think anybody can probably answer this question for you at this point. I couldn't say for sure. I think I've said it a few times on a few different streams, and it's when they released the G4 doorbell, they had the wireless version, and then they brought out the PoE version. But who knows? Maybe they're doing it the other way this time. So maybe they're bringing out the PoE version, they're bringing out the PoE version, and then they're going to switch it up, and then they're going to bring out the Wi-Fi version in the future. So that's not any confirmation that a Wi-Fi version is definitely coming. I don't know if it's coming. That's just a speculation purely on my part. What else do we have left? I think we have a couple more items. So this is one I requested, which I thought was an interesting one when they released this. So this, I think I definitely will do a video on. And this is the 24 port Ethernet surge protector. So this is kind of, I would probably say it kind of replaces your patch panel, I guess. And this little device right here next to it is the single port version. So you have a single port, which there's actually a fair bit of weight to this, to be fair. And yeah, this is what it looks like, this packaging. Let me bring this down a little bit. So yeah, that's what this looks like. We can see there's assuming a DIN rail, yep, a DIN rail right there that we can screw. We have a cable, which is assuming this is the earthing cable. So I guess this has come from the EU, so this is probably EU regulations. Obviously in the UK we have or for anybody that's in the UK, we have the green and the yellow for earthing, in terms of obviously recognizing the color cables. So if you are ordering this and you're in the UK, and if you're ordering it from the EU, just keep that one in mind. We have the nice U on the DIN rail. I quite like that. I like it when they emboss their logos on these smaller accessories. It's the smaller item, it's the smaller attention to detail, or the smaller items. What's the word I'm looking for? The smaller things, the small details, I should say. Actually, you know what? Hold on. There is a green on here. Maybe I should have just turned it over. So it's not just yellow, it's yellow and green. So actually, if you are ordering this from the UK, that's quite deceiving though, isn't it? It's not just me. I'm sure I'm not the only one that fell for that. That it was just yellow, until even like when you turn it on its side, it looks yellow. Anybody from the EU that can tell me what color your earth cables are? Are they yellow and green? Because that's an interesting one. Anyway, but yeah, it's not just yellow. It is yellow and green. And this is the surge protector. So this is the Ethernet surge protector. And again, it's really nice. It does 20 ka. I'm not an expert in this area. I would have to actually Google what that is. Kilowatt amps? No. Kiloamps? I don't know, something like that anyway. I'm probably going to look like an idiot by saying that. But anyway, nonetheless, there's the I guess there's the earth terminal that you can screw into there. So screw into there, screw one of the tabs on, and then you have to obviously have this going in and out. So this does, I want to say it supports accessories. Where is it under switches? Switching. Was it under accessories? Let me just search for it. Sorry, I know you can't see me at the moment, but I'm just going to open these up. So this is the DIN rail, and this actually does 10 gig PoE++ pass through. So as in like it will pass through PoE++. It does the surge discharge there, and it can be used in and it's for indoor installation. So wall DIN rail mount, multiple grounding points, which there are actually if you have a look on here. There's multiple grounding points both this side and that side. So yeah, that's quite useful. And that is $29 for a single one of those. Any technical info that we need to know about? And then obviously we have the 24 port. So the 24 port is one again. That's going to be interesting. So I don't know when I'm going to do the video on this one because I'm actually hoping, I'm kind of hoping Ubiquiti are going to be sending me a the 12 port, the 12U rack. So if they send me the 12U rack, I'm going to do another installation video, which I did a little while ago. So we'll have another updated one, and then we can have a look at installing these. I probably need to run a new earthing cable. I need to speak to an electrician actually as to how to properly ground this and make sure it is done correctly, because I know if I put this out on YouTube and I've not done it correctly, I'm going to get crucified in the comments. So yeah, I need to make sure, but I need to make sure I've done it properly. But obviously engagement is engagement. So even if I do it wrong, then yeah, we need to make sure it's right. They have one, they need one that can also hold the access hub for outside. Would I agree with this? I mean, once you get into the access hub, the problem is with the access hubs are supposed to be locked away and almost hidden, because obviously you can start playing around with cables and then not breaking locks, but obviously getting in using yeah, you might be able to get into the lock itself. So maybe not outside, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we could see what other people say. I definitely want to see a video on those. I will see what I can do, Frederick. As you can see, stuff is stacking up now, and yeah, time is very minimal at the moment, to say the least. And I wish I made more on these videos, that I could do this full time and then I could just spit out content. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case. Thanks. Recently, TP-Link released Armada DIN rail switches. I know that some farmers like to see the more rugged switches. I mean, I wouldn't rule this out. I mean, we've seen the Flex utility. Well, I guess this is where the Flex utility kind of comes in. They're not the rugged switches, but they're the Flex utility switches that can sit inside the Flex Utility Pro box, which is then IPX6 rated. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. So you kind of get that, and then you can buy the box on top to make it more weatherproofed outdoor. Good evening from New York, USA. Good evening, Robert Fixit. I'm assuming that's Senor Robert Fixit. So good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Wish they included DIN rail with the UMR industrial. Yeah, I think that would have been useful even for me when I did my UMR install. That would have been cool for that. Green and yellow in the EU, yellow and green in the EU. Yeah, so I guess it is yellow and green. It's just make sure you get the cable the right way, because it's probably 60% green and then 40%, 60% yellow and then 40% green. Let me just go back and see where we are here. And I realize I'm blocking myself halfway. I mean, you don't need to see me. You just see like this floating head talking up from here. I'm going to open this in a second. What are the options when you have a camera 200, 300 meters away with no power? Oof. Battery and solar. I think that would be the best thing. I couldn't. Let me bring up the right one just here. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I think battery and solar would be your best bet for something like this, but the Ubiquiti cameras themselves don't have a battery and solar option. So you could probably use, I think it was Lars who's done a video. I think he has some solar power running his gate controller or something like that. So he's done a video around something like that, but I've not played around too much with that, so I couldn't tell you too much on there. Thank you, Peter. I keep looking at your name every week, and I'm like, which way do I pronounce this? So I apologize if it's wrong. The junction utility can hold the access, and it's a tank. I'm glad I went Oh my god, you can tell how long have we been on the stream? Nearly an hour now. So you can tell I'm getting to the end of my stream. The junction box can hold the access. It's a tank. I'm glad I went for it over this one. Yeah, so I have actually the junction utility box as well. That's another installation video I'm going to be doing. So I have some Unify Access videos that I'm doing this week, or I'm hoping to record this week, where I'm actually going to be playing around with Home Assistant and using a single keypad to control a couple of doors. So I have a video coming on that very soon. So hopefully that'll be useful for a lot of people. And I'm hoping that video might actually get some good views on it. Where are we? What's the like count now? Let's have a look. We are at 26, so there's 44 of you, and we're at 26 likes. Okay, let's open this one up. So we've got this product and one more, and then all those products. That's it. Everything's unboxed. Everything that I can show you anyway. So that's not to say maybe I have something that you can't see. Maybe I do. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny, and I'm going to move on because I don't want to say anything else. So we have, so this cable's a little bit, let me go to the top down. So this cable's a little bit better this time. So you can see the green straight away off this. It's not just, yeah, it's not just a single color that you can see off the back. We have the rack mounts for this that we would expect. Oh, they've changed this. Okay. We have to take this out now, otherwise it's all going to go flying everywhere. So put this to a side. Is there anything on this side? No. And this is the Ethernet panel, Ethernet surge panel. So let me zoom out a little bit because so you can actually see what's going on. If the text is in the way, let me know. I'll turn it off temporarily while we're going through this. So this is the panel. So we can see on one side we have the patch, we have connectivity on one side, 24 ports, and then on the other side we have exactly the same. So we have one, I'm just making sure these numbers match up here. So 1 to 1, 24 to 24. So in terms of grounding, I can see one here. I can see one here, which is just there, and I can see another one here. So for grounding, we have that. But yeah, it just looks like a small little WAN switch, but a little bit heavier. I'm sure the stuff inside, I'm not going to open it up to see what's inside, but I'm sure there's some other stuff going on inside. And this can also do 10 gig PoE++. So if you're worrying about losing speed or power, obviously the only one this won't do is PoE++, which is the 90 watts. But yeah, I think this will do for maybe 95% of installations. So it's quite good. And then we have the tray that goes at the back where you can then tie all your cables to. So that's what these are. That's what these little bits at the back are for, to obviously sit the tray on, if that's what you're looking to do. So this sits at the back like this. So yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing a video on this. I just don't know when. Hopefully I get my 12U rack soon. So then I can do a video on it soon, because I don't have any more space in my rack at this point to put anything else. I probably could take some stuff out, but it's going to take a lot of rework of cabling, which at this point, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows? I will come back to you on this one. So that's this one. This is $399. Oh, I've ruined that already. Look at that. This is why I hate unboxing stuff before I've done a video on it. But I enjoy doing it on a live stream because it's fun. And I'm going to apologize for one more minute because I'm going to actually try and put this back in, because otherwise I'm going to end up losing parts. Because that's what I tend to do. I tend to open something and then... This is where I can't get it back in now. There we go. It's gone back in. This, I want to say, was this here? Or was it inside? Oh no, this was like this, wasn't it? So it wasn't quite inside, but it wasn't quite outside. Yeah, there we go. That's how it was. Oh, I think they should make a job out of someone just reboxing this stuff back up. Anyway, right, that's that one done. And last but not least, we have this little device, which is the G6 Pro 360. So this is the one I'm looking forward to reviewing soon. So the G6 Pro 360 is don't want to compare. So this is a 12 megapixel PoE camera, 360 degree view. This is the one, if you've not seen in Unify Protect yet, if you've not done the update yet, this is the one that has the 5K on it. So if you ever see something in Unify Protect, I can't show you in Unify Protect just now, unfortunately, but there's a flush mount that you can get for it, which is quite cool. So obviously you can have it completely flush in the ceiling. But at the moment, obviously it will stick out and like the 360. This, I don't know, what color is this one? This is the black one. Is the white one available yet? No, it's not even available yet. So yeah, this is the black one, which is quite cool. Do I want to unbox this? Let's unbox it. Let's unbox it. Now there's 47 of you. Thank you all for sticking around and being patient in the live stream. I know it's not always the quickest stuff, and I just realized I'm doing this. I should be doing this like this, so you can see what's happening. Move my keyboard a little bit more out of the way. So this is the camera. It comes with some stickers on top. It comes with a stick. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just adjust my mic. So it comes with a sticky on top to make sure you don't obviously get your fingerprints over the dome. It looks very similar to the AI 360 in terms of the mount, but I'm gonna replace my existing one to see how it looks. There's a desiccant that you need to install, and another one that comes with the nice Allen key in the bottom as well. So we have a whole bunch of screws. We have an Allen key, we have a Torx screwdriver, we have these, obviously depending on the kind of cable you're using, and then we have a desiccant that needs to be installed too. So looking forward to installing this one and seeing, did I take that out there? Oh, was it that way? There we go. That can go back in there. And yeah, that's the 360 camera that I've already got. I don't know if you can see that, but I've already got fingerprint marks on it already. But yeah, that's got the nice, I do like the black color cameras. They do look quite nice. Just me being completely greedy, but I wish they would send us both colors so we could do a nice side-by-side comparison in terms of colors, but that's me being overly greedy. Obviously, then there'll be no stock left for all the consumers and installers and anybody that obviously wants to try and install these. There we go. So that's the 360 G6 Pro 360. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments. So Walters says Ubiquiti does Sun Max solar points, but need to wait for an update to the person asking for it. So yeah, very long time ago, they used to do some Sun Max solar points. I'm trying to find the box for this as I'm talking to you. There it is. So they used to do solar stuff a long time ago. And for anybody that's followed Ubiquiti for a long time, they used to do a lot of stuff, a long time ago. And slowly but surely, I don't know if it's just me, but obviously slowly but surely we're starting to see a lot of it reappear. So they even used to do things like lighting panels, and I'm kind of hoping that those projects are not dead. I'm kind of hoping they are just taking them and improving them and doing them obviously a little bit better, and especially with the Solomax point as well. So I'm hoping that that will hopefully appear soon as well. I just don't know when. We could be waiting a few years. Thank you, no problem. Looking forward to a video on that one. Yeah, so my AI 360. So in anticipation of this, I actually ordered an AI 360, or not ordered, I asked for an AI 360. And they very kindly again sent me one. So I've installed it in my garage. It's been running for a month, maybe a few weeks, few weeks, I don't know. So they have so I've been running that in my garage for a month, a few weeks. I kind of lost track of what I was saying. And I've got now the 360 camera, so I'm going to do a quick demo. I just don't know whether I'm going to do an outdoor test. It is an all weather. I could do an outdoor test, I guess. I mean, it is IP66 rated, so I could do an outdoor test possibly. I wasn't planning to. I was only planning to do an indoor one. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll stick a poll out over the next few days and see if people want to see an outdoor test with the, because it wouldn't be a top down. It would kind of be a side angle looking outwards, and it'll be a 360. So I know a lot of people have been. I've seen comments of people wanting to use these to bird watch or to weather watch. So I don't know. Maybe it might be useful for a lot of people. Is the Unify camera good for the outdoor or indoor use? Is that specifically the G6 Pro 360, or you're talking about Unify cameras in general? I mean, the G6 Pro 360 can be used indoor and outdoor. It's IP66 rated, so you can use them in both, either or. Most of the cameras, I mean, a lot of people that probably are watching here do use Ubiquiti cameras, and they're very happy with them. So I guess it just kind of depends what you're looking to do. And where you're looking to use them. But I would definitely say, yes, they have a whole range of cameras that you can use both indoor and outdoor. Beautiful camera. Yes, it is. It definitely is, Albert. Looking forward to actually installing that one. Maybe I should have waited another week or two or a few weeks and then got the white one. But who knows? That's just me being greedy, I guess. UISP store under accessories. Okay, let's have a little look. UISP store under accessories tech. Where are they? I did just see solar. There you go. So this is what you were talking about, right? Remotely managed MPPT 24 volt 7 amp solar site charging appliance. So I've seen this before, but I've never used it. So I literally have no idea how it works. But it looks like we've got a battery. We've got the 24 volt. That's for the battery. We've got the 24 volt power going in. And then we have PoE ports. So yeah, this is something, again, I'm no expert in this area. So yeah, I couldn't. And I think this is just showing you how to install it against the wall. Not anything else. There you go, two 12 volt batteries. Plug that one in. And then, yeah, we have the solar stuff going in. So yeah, that's basically how you would install something like this. Right, well, I think that was, sorry for the quick scroll. Where are we at? Oh, we're all, wow, almost an hour and 15 minutes. I think we are getting to the point where we'll probably end the stream here. This was a little bit longer. Before you do disappear, though, there is one thing I need to say. I'm hoping next week, assuming everything goes right when I test, me and Cody are going to be doing a stream together. So I'm sure you all know Cody, Mac Telecom Networks. I'm hoping for us to do a co-stream next week around a similar sort of time. So feel free to join us and obviously bring your lovely questions like you normally do. And hopefully, yeah, it can be a fun one. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a joint stream with him next week. So keep that one in your diaries. And assuming everything goes well with the testing, hopefully you'll be seeing both of us here next week. So yeah, I'll try and get a poster or something out, or something out anyway that will tell you what's coming. And obviously we'll try and create the stream ahead of time so people can see what's going on, and obviously join in with us as well, hopefully. So I think if there are any more questions, I'll give it another minute or so, because it will take a few seconds for that to go through. But thank you all for joining me in the stream this evening. It's been definitely a fun one, different. I love doing these unboxing ones, especially when there's quite a few things, and hopefully you've seen some of the new stuff as well. Are those hold on. Look forward to that stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a quick chat with Cody as well. That'll be quite cool. Are those Ubiquiti products in the huge boxes behind you? Yes, that is the AI PTZ, and that is the AI PTZ Precision. They are, I showed them at the start of the stream. I'm not going to unbox them, but they're huge. They don't even fit on the camera in terms of here. They just the AI PTZ just goes over the top. So probably not one that we're probably going to unbox here. I'm hoping to do a real world install on something like that one. Right. If that is it, I think I will call it a day just there, and enjoy the rest of your weekend if that's what you're enjoying, or if you're starting your week, enjoy your week, and I will see you in the next one.